Hello there, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome. So we'll be live in just a moment here, just getting everything set up and ready, and we'll be good to go. I have noticed my desk, there we go. Yeah, I figured out that my desk does make a little bit of a squeak here. So I'm enjoying that one a little bit too much. I don't know if you guys can hear that, or would you really want to hear that? Okay. There we go. Just go ahead and share the link and we'll be good to go in just a moment. Good to go in just a moment. Not be 2 seconds and we'll get going into the actual game. Apologies here, guys. Okay, there we go. Awesome. And we're good to go. Let's get started then, shall we? How you doing there, Battling Geezer? Good to have you aboard, my friend, as per usual. Okay, so we're back as the Reich. Which does make things a little bit easier in a way. At least we are the ones who are advancing and not the ones withdrawing to a degree. Okay, so fuel continues to be an issue. We do have 50, count 50. Beautiful, beautiful administration points. Now these things are really worth their weight in gold here. Like the thing is I don't get, yeah sure we get 50 of them a term, that's not a lot. That really is not a lot. Okay. So what I want to take a look at first and foremost here is I want to see how our logistics is actually playing. So let's see, we've moved some of these assets in the north, but not all of them, so that's okay. Yeah, but at least we know who we still have remaining. So let's go ahead and take a look at the actual events log over here. No sign in the game. Oh, yeah, I think we'll get that soon enough. I think I'll have the One Pacific turn back from THG sometime this week. He's had an anniversary with his wife, actually, which was quite nice. That's real sweet. I hope he had a really nice time. But oh well. Okay. What is it? Forever the bridesmaid and never the bride. Okay. See, the thing is, speaking of all these support units here, I need to get support units back from certain frontline units and back into the actual core headquarters. It might even be worthwhile having them sent to GHQ, basically, our great headquarters, our general headquarters, basically OKH. Could do with having them sent there, but I'll be able to spread them out from there. Okay, these units of the Finns are no longer frozen, which is very good news. At least these are usable. Now, it's a shame that we do see the 1st Slovakian infantry set to withdraw here the 10th turn. Slovakian Corps scheduled to withdraw on the 10th, but we still have them available. 5th Fortress Finnish Heavy Artillery Battalion is scheduled to withdraw on turn 10. Okay, so turn 10 is when we do lose a little bit of support there. A fair bit of support, actually. So, let's try not to bug it up, and shall we? Okay. I really want to see here. Let's find out. I need to learn more about how this actual side of the game works. Just really how to understand these numbers and what these numbers actually mean here. So we are seeing refit, refit replacement segment A. So I'd imagine that's segment A of the logistics phase, so the first phase. Okay. So it looks like Slovakia got that back. Okay, Romania. So that's showing me Romania and Slovakia. Okay, so in B we do see Germany, Finland, Italy, Romania again, Hungary, Slovakia. Okay, this is intriguing. So you can see here, wanted. Right, I imagine this is to fill up the actual table equipment. See a few guns over here as well. Labor squads, air support. Okay, I need to do some reading into that one, figure out what we need there. Right, so is this... Right, so I have 28 of these in the pool, we have 160 ready, 40 of them are damaged, and we need 46. Obviously, we don't have enough in the pool there to replace that immediately, but we still have 40 damaged. So enough for the pool, but obviously as these are damaged would replace this. Added 28, back 29, lost 6, okay. I suppose this is how we can see our permanent losses then. That's good to know. Not too much on the Panzer IVs, but then again we don't have a huge amount of Panzer IVs as of yet. Now, saying that actually, 242 that's not too bad. Okay, we'll look into this one more in the future actually. Right, we can see here vehicles being repaired. 16,756 out of the 22,000. Yeah, see, that's why we need these rail lines. Really need these rail lines. That's this losses by type. So 14,000 to combat, 362 to retreat, 7,796 to attrition. Okay. Take a look at the order of battle then. Need to really reduce the Soviet numbers. We're not doing a good job as of yet. So let's go ahead and take a look then at our rail situation. So you can see this area that's highlighted is basically where the rail lines will reach to, where the actual rail head, I think it's like 20 or 25 MPs that are basically, well, let's see here. So that's railhead 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13-ish. I wonder if it's to do with basically the type of terrain, but you can see here that we are covering quite a lot of terrain. It's intriguing anyhow. We are making good progress with our rail lines, which is exactly what I want to see here. Okay, so we're going to choose this central rail line here. Or I could go up more northernly and this would connect directly to Pskov. Now, is that the best idea? Possibly. Considering that this is the rail line we'd have to go through. So it's one of these where it's either this or at least we have open ground. I'd say we'll go the more northerly route. I would say so. It's a shame that this line doesn't connect over here. This line does go up there. I suppose we could maybe do that. Go practically straight then up to Pskov. Because then again, I'm like, if I go up this way, I'm really supplying areas of Estonia that I really have areas of Estonia that I don't care about. Whereas if this straight line there, at least it's going to keep elements further south supplied rather than waste our time up north. So we'll go this more, yeah, we'll go this straight route then. Ideally, that's going to give us more bang for our buck, which is exactly what we need there. I suppose it is moving the line directly to where we are actually operating. So this is the point of no return here, where we carry on straight. I'm hoping that we can get... damn, I was hoping for another one there. So we do score 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, which, yeah, I'm not going to complain about. Is like, I think that has a hard limit there of rail lines that we can actually convert. But that's pretty damn good. And that's going to bring the rail lines right up to the actual front line as of next turn, which is going to be superb. Also, the turn after, we'll be able to bring it practically within a few MP of them, which is very good. Few hexes of them at most. Okay, now this is a rail line I'm very interested in. It's a shame that it costs us so much to actually convert these rail lines, but it is absolutely required for victory. Can I get one more? Oh, yes. Beautiful. See, that's exactly what I need there. I need to be able to move, well, convert 4, and then be in place to convert the next one and then keep this chain going. So we'll see here, the rail lines are almost at the front line. Now, I don't think we'll reach the front line as of yet, but we are getting closer and closer. The good news is it's going to be reaching a lot of these units in the back line. It'll be reaching our headquarters is what matters, really. Hello there, Horace. Yeah, I can imagine it must be red hot in Europe at the moment. It is scorching, isn't it? It's like... It's warm today, but it's not ridiculously warm. Which works for me. Okay, I'll be able to finish this off here. Now, I have since reduced the difficulty, haven't I? So we are playing on the... Yeah, so you can see here I've changed these Soviets to +1, and we obviously have these bonuses still. I mean, that +1 CV for the defense side was, it was just too much. It was entirely too much. The lady doth protest too much, and I did tough protest. Because that was, yeah, that was absolutely brutal. I think the campaign obviously would have been going better had we not played with that. But then again, I don't know, I'll add a little bit of interest to the campaign, won't it? Like, how much can we really do? What can we manage? So we do have our rail lines there. 4, unfortunately, we're not able to be in place for the next one, but we are closing in. A couple turns, so 2 turns will be over Minsk and moving on from there. Now, see, I do have this division cut off at just to the northwest of Mogilev. So, nah, not too bad. They'll be fine. The interesting thing about this area here, man, well, what I find personally interesting is the fact that it looks as if the actual Soviets have left a gap here. They've left a very weak holding force of the 2nd Airborne Brigade, and there's a weakened 143rd Division. We do see the 8th Airborne, the 145th, and the 174th here as well. They do have a decent amount of staying power at 18, but these divisions aren't exactly going to put up much of a fight. Now, what I'm going to be doing here, or attempting to do, I'm just going to bring up the drawing tool here. How you doing there, Shador? Shador-sai. I saw that AI turn 1 axis, that was how is it? Yeah, but even then, the AI axis thing didn't get the Romanian border. I mean, that was a goddamn struggle, but at least we got that, so that does make me feel better. Yeah, so what I'm going to look at doing here then is if I can push these units out of the way, ideally shatter them. What I'm hoping to do here then is swing around. If I can push here with the infantry as well, I'd love to actually envelop these troops here in this area. That's going to be the plan. See, Smolensk is a secondary objective. Smolensk is just a name on a map. It would be nice to hold. Granted, there's 1,600 tons of supply there, so we might be able to, what, net 600, 800, somewhere around that sort of region. You lose round about, like, 50% or more. So it wouldn't be too bad. The important thing, though, is it would obviously sever these rail lines here. So obviously the Soviets would have to go by a different route, therefore using more rail manpower. Well, rail power. Rail capacity? That's the one. Yeah, they're going to have to use more of their rail juice. So, it's not too bad. I mean, Vitebsk over there to the north is, yeah, it'd be alright to take. I mean, at the end of the day, we'll just use it to destroy the enemy there. But I will see how we go on here. The good news is that the infantry is going to be able to do a lot of the pushing here. We do have a 2nd army moving here. We do have the Slovakians that are going to be advancing through here. So we have a Slovakians for another 5 turns. So Slovakians can make good progress through here, which is fine by me. See, our rail lines are starting to be converted over this way. Once we do demolish this, they've been in there for a while. I can imagine this city is probably feeding them. Not so much, actually. So they'll run out of steam soon enough. Couple attacks and they'll run out. Over here, it's becoming a difficult situation. Though we do have Romanians here. See, I did put this unit of the Panzers on the rail lines there. Is that the right move? Potentially so. Okay. So let's see here. Right, there we go. Actually, tell you what, I did have a comment on the last video. I need to go ahead and check it out, actually. It was a suggestion for, like, using some aspect of the game. Let's see. Actually, while I'm here, I did have a comment from James A. Great game of unbelievable detail and historical immersion. Thanks very much. Finally have time and circumstance to pay the needed attention. Have you seen the interesting commentary from the YouTuber TIK? Always new angles for interview. Yes, I do watch him. I think his stuff is pretty intriguing, actually. It's one of these things. It's like, I'm insanely jealous. I'd love to be able to do something like that. The guy knows his stuff. Really knows his stuff. Which is just, yeah, gotta bow down to that. See, I'm looking for a comment here to say, like, why don't you use X thing? I'm gonna find it now. And of course, it would be the case I can't seem to find it. How are you guys doing anyhow? Still trying to find this comment. I think it was something along the nature of, like, show command lines. Yeah, something like that. Unfortunately, I can't find it at this moment in time, which sucks, because I was trying to find that one. Should have had it brought up before. Yeah, indeed. Right, let's go here, then. Hey, the Slovakians are going to do a good job for us. They're going to do a good job. Right. Hmm. I'm sure it's going to be around here somewhere. I'm determined to find it now. I think basically what it is like, I think it shows you like lines that link it to the actual headquarters. I'm just gonna bloody find it. Apologies here, guys. I know it's a bit of pain in the arse. I'm just trying to find it. I'm probably looking right at it and just missing it. Okay. While we wait for that, I'm just gonna look again through my comments here, see if I can find it. It wasn't too long ago, that's what's irritating. No, it'll be 2 seconds. Ah, here we go. Right. Control Z. See what that does. Alex K. Hi, nice work. Have a question. Why don't you use command lines? The lines from HQ to units set by Control Z and turn on by default in 1v East 2. Okay. Let's go ahead and select a unit and see how that works. So, Control Z, or is it not actually in? Ah, there we go. Oh, that's excellent. Okay, so this is what I was looking for, actually. I tell you what, I've just never used it before, but you know what, actually looking at it, it looks really good. So yeah, that's going to make things a lot easier to organize and keep track of. The allies units always feels like put up a sign saying strike here, yeah, pretty much. Okay. So let's go ahead here then and take a look at morale, experience, supplies. Okay, you can see that supplies is for the most part good. What key was it? Okay, so what I did is I selected the unit, and I think toggle shift key on. Right, so shift Z. Yeah, so when you actually click on the unit, hold down shift and press Z. Oh, it looked right. Okay, so if you press Shift Z the first time, it shows you the orange line to the higher headquarters, the blue line to the actual divisions. If you press it again, it only shows you the higher headquarters. And then if you turn it, there you go. So that's really handy, actually. We'll be able to make a lot of use of that. So thank you very much there, Alex. Thank you for pointing that one out. That's excellent. Okay, let's go down here then and finish off our rail lines. Now I'm looking towards having these rail lines taken to the south. The reason being, I want them to really be in this area. I want to move across this area if I can. Yeah, I know, right? I don't know if it's actually on the hotkey list. I don't think I saw it there. Though I might have missed it. Right, there we go. I think I might have missed a trick actually by going this way. But hey-ho. At least we're moving now in the right direction. Right, there we go. So we do have a few decisions to make. I could carry on pushing Ost. But I think what I need to do here then is consider a HQ build-up in this area. Granted, that's going to take some command points, isn't it? Administration points. So I think it's one of these, like, what do we really want to focus on at the moment? Do we want to focus on leaders? Do we want to focus on... like getting fuel into the units? Like, it's a hard question, really. Okay. So what I'm going to do then is I'm going to start over here and be far north, and let's take a look at what the Finns have here. So, attached units. I don't know if I can actually attach another one here. Ah, there we go. Yep, so there's nothing better than a National Reserve for the Finns. Okay, so what we'll do here then is we'll take a look at the actual defensive capabilities of these Soviets on the front lines. So you can see our men here have the ability to move. So we do see the 71st Rifle Division and the NKVD of the 80th. What I need to do here then, let's take a look. So we do have the swampy area over here. Swamps by Viborg. Swamps south of Kexholm. So what we have here then in terms of like ways to advance is I want to be moving through Viborg and down this way. We'll push, well then again, do I want to do that? I mean, it's one of these of do I push through, we'll push through this area, we can keep the Soviets trapped in here and eventually deal with them. Granted, they'll have the defensive terrain, but what use is the defensive terrain gonna be in the long run when they're starving of supplies? I'm gonna have a small amount of units moved this way. I want to take, and well, I want to at least threaten these ports over here. These ports over here have to be taken for us to starve Leningrad. Can't allow any supplies to make it across Lake Ladoga during the winter. God forbid the winter. Okay. So I do have this unit over here then. Let's see what we can do here. Might be better for us to actually move from the north and then come down. Try and flank the enemy per se. Okay. What could you achieve? Right, move you there. That wasn't the wisest of moves there. Yeah, so just stuck with that one. Oh well. We'll stick with it as it is for the moment. Emperor of Finland. How you doing there, my dude? Yeah, I was hoping I should have really gone up that way, but that's fine. Right. You need to stay up here. This division can move down this way. Move you through here. Do see a NKVD border regiments will hit that. Land attack at that. Yeah, the northern area isn't too much of a threat, really. I mean, what I'm going to be doing in the north is just sending maybe a division or two. I think 2 divisions might be at the most, all that is required. Maybe even less than that. So we do push them back there. Excellent. Right, move into the town there. Okay. So what I'm going to try to do here then is force the actual Soviets on the front line to abandon their positions, as obviously the line is penetrated. And we are behind their lines over here. And as you can see, this is barely holding on. Of course, I do have the ports over here, but that's fine. The entire point on the Finnish army here is to push into this area. That's what we're going to do. Okay, they surrender outright, which is superb. Okay. Right, what I'm going to do here then is attack with the actual full division. I mean, the Finns are really good troops as well. They have some really good morale. I mean, this is obviously the continuation war for the Finns. They are fighting to reclaim what was theirs. And this is it, the Finns won't go any further than this area here. Obviously, I believe it's like if you reach a certain area, then the Finns will advance further. Okay, what we're going to do here then. Move into position, reform the division. Okay, so we do see this force over here. But the thing is, I'd rather just wait until... Well, let's see. I can't move any of these other forces. I do have a headquarters there, which needs to be moved now. Unfortunately, it can't be moved as of yet. So we have a Hanko garrison and then 2 fortified regions. What I'm going to do here then is actually break up the 17th Finnish Division into 2 parts. And we're going to have them march. I'll have them separated. A brigade here, or a regiment here should be fine. Support them as we need to. So we see the city of Viborg over here. What I'm hoping is that we'll be able to bypass the city there. Okay, we can see there's 2 divisions here that are being held off. Obviously they're looking towards holding me off here at this point. You can see there's rail lines. We can see there's a lot of air power in this area here. Now, let's see, we have the Panzer Corps over here. How did they do in terms of fuel? So, fuel received 523, phase 1, second. Weirdly, it's coming from counters. I suppose there is a lot of fuel there. Yeah, okay, there is a lot of fuel there. I'm just gonna admit that. Need to get these divisions moving. I forgot to move them as of last turn. But it's not the biggest concern anyhow. At least they're on the rail lines where they can actually move without issues. So I could have them shifted up over there. I could have them shifted up over this way. It might be worthwhile to have them shifted up over here to the center where we need more weight. Or even down this way. We are looking toward a big commitment to Moscow, really. Very large commitment. You can see that this is a fortified area down here. Again, it's going to be left up to the infantry. The panzers are going to be looking to sweep it up into the area. We see that they are going for a more forward deployment. It is interesting actually to see here that the Soviets look towards Pskov more in terms of numbers than elsewhere. That is an interesting one. Okay, so we tried to finish it off over here, unfortunately weren't able to do so, so it's going to be next turn. It's one of these, isn't it? Or do I use one of these divisions? I'll tell you what, we'll use one of these divisions. So I can only pull off a hasty attack. Let's hope it is indeed enough. Please be enough to force them to surrender. I'm hoping that they'll surrender here. Then at least I'll be able to move my men up. No, mind luck, they'll probably not do it now. Hello there, G-Man. Good to have you as always, my friend. Thank God, okay. So that was worthwhile there. So at least our timely intervention there from 260th Division does mean that this is finished up now. So the good news is I can actually get these men marching. Excellent, excellent. That does make a difference as well, because I can now get that corps marching, rather than have them wait there. Right, we'll look at reforming that division there. Right, excellent. So this has been sorted out. There might be a unit here, I'm not entirely sure. That position's hard. You super sore? Oh. Well, yeah, what you been up to? You saucy devil. Oh, from practice. Okay. What are you practicing to be then, a cheese grater or something? Okay. So that's linked up, that's good news. Oh, okay. American football. That's cool. Right, we'll deal with this over here as well. Issue is obviously this port is really where they're deriving their supply from. Now that's quite a heavy attack there. It does have fortifications, so it is worthwhile to go overboard. We don't really have much of any support, but obviously the inherent artillery in the divisions is more than enough. Do you have, like, what, 4 times practically what they have? I don't know, 3-ish times? But once we do take the port, and these rifle divisions here in the north are basically kaput. I'm going to be looking at you moving the security divisions elsewhere, having them hold these cities. Obviously, we do need to worry about partisans soon enough. I might even have the security divisions advance into Estonia just to actually go and take the port of Tallinn. I'm just thinking it is the best idea just to concentrate our forces. I'm really going to try and make it towards Moscow. I think that's my objective here. Losses haven't been too severe on our side. We can see they're starting to rack up now for the Soviets. I just need to push them out to the port. Once the port has fallen, then, yep, as it will do now. Yes, there we go. The port has fallen, the fortified region surrenders. Excellent. So now, let's take a look. They're not cut off, but what I'm going to do here, then, is... let's see. I'm going to have all... right, 1 division should be enough here, actually. Okay, I'm going to leave these 2 divisions here, considering they can't move any further. In fact, no, bugger it. Right, have this core move over here. In fact, move the... right, so we'll have the 1 division there, and the security forces. These men are going to march. So let's see here. I think it's Shift N. I'm looking for the actual garrison thing. Right, Shift K. Yeah, so as you can see here, these are cities that we do need to garrison. And garrison's actually really difficult because we really don't have enough units as such to actually garrison everything. Any fuel in those cities or supplies? About the ones that we just took? There's some fuel and supply over here, actually. Any fuel and supply is decent. Nothing here. But yeah, we have 3 rifle divisions and an NKVD. The 96 should be more than enough. The 94th and 98th are going to be moving out. We have the 294th moving as well. Need more men this way. And this is it. Do I concentrate more men in the south? Sorry, north. I think I'm going to have more men in this kind of area, perhaps. We'll have to see, actually, how things go. Okay. Now, we do have a tough position over here. And the question is, do we attack that, or do we attack this position here? Because I'd be able to push and breach the line. So let's say here, where there's only level 1 fortifications. Break through here. Cut this rail line here, and then begin to try and push this way. I do have armored assets and motorized assets here, so what I need to do is make a 3 hex wide breach here. These positions are very tough, but these 2 positions here for center not so very much. So, to do this, what should we commit to the battle? That's the question. I do have elements of the Panzer Corps over here, the actual infantry. I think what I might do here then, let's see. I'm going to run reconnaissance first and foremost, and just make sure we know everything that we can find out. How are you guys doing today, then? I know G-Man's pretty sore. Oh no, you lose a Junkers 88. That's a shame. Back for this one here. Oops. Need anvil or need advil? So I don't know what an advil is. Right, so you can see there's all airfields here. I don't really want to be bombing these airfields here, so I think what I'll be doing is, like, when I bomb airfields, I could be bombing isolated airfields, perhaps. Okay. So we do have quite a few assets in the National Reserve here. Might be worthwhile keeping them in there. So for example, maybe units such as this, but this is strategic reconnaissance, isn't it? Perhaps what I might be looking towards doing here is having these assigned. Like, these are all reconnaissance, aren't they? Yeah. Maybe, like, dive bombers or something like that, but I'm not entirely sure. Probably reconnaissance would be the best idea. Or even maybe some fighters, but I don't know. Oh, right, okay. That sounds about right. Now I get ya. I can see here that they only the 3rd Airborne controls the city. I mean, that position could be pushed back, but I don't really want to be attacking into, like, level 2 fortifications. It's not going to do me any good. That and the fact that it is in light woods. So we're going to go for these areas over here. So you can see that there's 3 RAF divisions. Rifle and tank. I mean, this is it. I don't think this one's as likely to succeed, so I'm going to attack down here to begin with. But I might better off make my first attack here. Though hard to say. I think we'll go for the easier. Let's see, can you make a... You can't make a hasty attack, okay. What I'm thinking here then is... I mean, the thing is, this is going to reinforce the city then, isn't it? So we'll move other units first. Just a question of really, what do I want to move? It's hard to know where to start sometimes. Yeah, okay. The Finns can go further in time. Like, if you get to a certain point, then they can go further. That's the finish no move line. Finish no attack line. Yeah, so I think how it works is basically, They can't attack beyond this point, but they can move beyond, well, move into this point here. They can't launch attacks, but they can defend themselves, basically. Which is still decent enough. It's still handy. They can still obviously hold ground. It's really the Finns that are going to be occupying Leningrad for us. There's part of me that thinks maybe do I just leave like a regiment there and have the other two spread out. I don't think it seems as worthwhile as such. Not entirely sure on that one. Maybe it is worthwhile, but no, I'm going to say no, because we're just like spreading our assets around for really no gain. Okay, so, we will take it. Welcome back, optimistic. Good to have you, my friend. Okay, let's take a look at what we have here. So if we play our cards right, we might be able to take Pskov, but we'll see. I think the best way we attack south, I mean, it's either this one or this one. Clear terrain and clear terrain here. That's nearly a level 2 fortress. I could always have this supported as well, so... Okay. So I could go ahead and bomb particular units. Need to open this wider. It might be better just to leave the Luftwaffe to support as necessary, actually. Because I don't want to lose them, because there's a lot of air power here. So let's take a look then. The first call. Move them up here. Now, first core has howitzers, pioneers, heavy rockets. 2 construction battalions there as well is quite nice. When do we get tigers? Go ahead and take a look. So we're looking at August 1942 for our first tigers. So I could give him a stuck in a pioneer battalion. I don't think it's required. I mean, I could even potentially support the attack over this way. I mean, what I'm thinking here then is, do we like put all effort onto hitting this hex here? The issue is obviously the fact that it's level 2 fortifications, it's quite strong. Probably not a good idea, but I was thinking, I mean, this is it. It's like, it's either going to be shifted back or it's going to be shifted into the city. If it's shifted into the city, then fuck. Well, that makes things harder. So no, we need to forget about the city. The city is only a secondary objective. We need to make sure that we can get across this river and envelop these men to the south, actually. Okay. So what I'm going to do here then is start by launching an attack against this position here. For the fatherland. Okay. No support here by the Luftwaffe as such. We do see Howitz battalions, Luftwaffe mixed flak battalions, and a Pioneer battalion helping us out here. I'm hoping that we can push them back. We should have a decent enough amount of power. I don't think it would have been worthwhile aside of the Stugs. I mean, maybe, but I don't think the Stugs are really... Like, I want to use them more so for, like, city fighting. And pioneers for that sort of thing as well. The terrain is clear. It's only a level 1 fortification, so they do have the best chance here. I'm really glad that we've got these troops across the river. That is a major deal. Could have gone so very badly, but luckily didn't. If we can open up a wide enough space here, then I can actually attempt to get men across to the other side of the river. Really, like, fill out our beachhead with additional men, really. And then I can start pushing. And what I wanted to do here, really, is try and just cut that rail line. If I could cut that rail line, it makes it a bit harder on them. We'll see. We are taking a fair amount of casualties so far. The Soviets have Helldivers. I think it might be a Soviet aircraft. I don't know if it's actually the Helldiver or not. I'd imagine maybe like a Soviet designated aircraft. Pioneer's doing well there. They're gonna hold... Yeah, they hold. That's a shame. Not quite enough for a full secondary attack. Well, full planned attack. That's a shame. I was really hoping on that. Maybe I should have given them the support they needed. Maybe. I mean, that I really wanted that to go the opposite way there. So, let's see. I'm gonna throw in some air power here. I suppose I should have done this to begin with. Yeah, because there's a lot of fighters here. At least we do have the practical the same amount as well. But this is why I didn't want to go in with the aircraft to begin with. Okay. Speed this up. Do inflict decent casualties there. Okay. What I'm going to say here is better to go with... wait, do I have anybody here who can actually pull off a planned attack? No, okay, so it's only hasty. Oh. So what makes me wonder here then, is it worthwhile? Probably might be worthwhile to have another corps have a crack at it. Move these men out of the way and then maybe we'd have enough. It's not guaranteed though, is it? How you doing there, Warner? No, actually, it's Paul, isn't it? Hello there, Paul. How you doing there, my friend? Okay. Maybe it might be better to hit this position here. I do have 2 divisions I can actually go for planned. Knew it. Right. So it's the 254th I can actually perform a planned attack here. What I'll do then is... I don't know, it might be worthwhile. No, they wouldn't succeed. I mean, this is it. So it's either we go for a planned attack here. So 1 planned attack or like 3 hasty attacks. Or I could go for a planned attack and then the hasties after. I think that'd be the better way. I was hoping that we would actually push back those Soviets, so I suppose this is it, isn't really. We were pushed, well, we didn't push them back in the weaker position, so obviously in the stronger position would have been even worse. We'll see. We'll find our way through here. We've got to keep on advancing. Can't be stalled. The good news is obviously I can move to the south, but we'll find a way through their lines. The best case really is I just make their lines pointless by bypassing them. We'll hope for the best here. Yeah, they hold, okay. But that was a single planned attack. So it shows you how much of a difference it makes for planned attack. So I'll go with 2 hasty attacks. I'm not going. I'll take any tanks at this point here. Just any of them will be fine. Speed this one up a little bit. No, we don't. Okay. I need another point to cross the river. Otherwise I'm going to find it very difficult to break out. This has been a heavy fight in this area. And we will win. We will win. Maybe I should have attacked this 7th position first. Probably would have been the better idea, actually. And it's one of these. Had the attack against the strong position gone well and pushed them back, we would have had that room. I was hoping that I would have been able to then push up and around with maybe armoured forces. But doesn't look like it's going to be. Which is fine. Our armoured forces don't have amazing fuel levels now at the moment. Gotta just figure out how we get around, really. I don't have to go through, I have to go around. I wish we were killing more bombers. There's thousands more aircraft. These 2 divisions here, well, 3 divisions are... Looks like they're better supported. Bicycle, Reconnaissance, Gun Battalion, Self-propelled, propelled, sorry. And 2 Luftwaffe mixed flak battalions and a Stug battalion. Stug's a pretty good though. Hello there, Abstract Cow. How you doing there, my friend? It's more so actually just hitting these airfields. If I can really hit them, that'd be great. I don't know. Maybe I should have been using my air power against them. I suppose it's one of these things of like, maybe. I'm not doing too bad. Not doing too bad. I tell you what, guys. Like, I have seen a tabletop war game system that I am really, really interested in, and you know, I think you guys would love it. You'll totally see why. So we'll look for this. Ooh, yes, there we go. That's what we need. Good losses there. Okay, so I'm going to show you guys here then. So the war game I'm looking at the moment, and I think I'm actually going to order this potentially today, is called General Quarters 3rd Edition. And the reason why I really do like this is the fact that it does simulate naval war games very well, actually. And it looks really remarkably interesting. It is 1/2400 scale. That's really weirdly hard for me to say there. So yeah, this is what it kind of looks like. So you have like this sort of scale here. And I think it looks really cool. There's not many naval war games out there, and this one really does intrigue me. And you know what, why it intrigues me so much is like, here's some other stuff that I do. But let's go in here. So, catalog. I know I'm show you guys some random stuff. Some people watching this thinking, wait, where's the one of these? Yeah, there we go. 2400 scale. I will actually put this down to Cold Steel for actually making me aware of this website. Like, he's so awesome for that. Really appreciate him. Right, there we go. So there's actually the Great War here. World War II and Modern, which is really intriguing. So we'll go in here. And let's see. So, yeah, we have a lot of choices here. So we'll go and take a look at actual Japanese over here. So we have capital ships, heavy and light, destroyers, merchant, submarine aircraft. Yeah, so this isn't too particularly cheap. But let's go ahead and take a look at the cargo over here. So this is, I mean, this is really well painted, but this is what you could be looking at. But I think it'd be awesome. Like, I'm really, really like, I think I might go for it. It looks so cool. Yeah, like, there's a Yamato. But there's so much in here. We'll go ahead and take a look at the actual US as well, then, quickly. Soviets in here too. So, where is it? There we go, United States. Capital ships. Yeah, it really is. I think you'd probably be able to find the models, like, cheaper elsewhere. There's a Lexington. Saratoga. Let's see, is there Midway here? There we go, there's a Midway. That's cool looking. I mean, this is it. You could probably find cheaper models, but on this website, these models are basically practically everything. So it's one thing I'm going to be looking into more. And let's go ahead and take a look at the moderns, actually. So let's go ahead and take a look at the modern US Navy. So we have the Gerald R. Ford, and then the... I don't know how big these actually look, but I can imagine they're larger. That's pretty cool. I don't know what rules you'd use, but I mean, yeah, that is very expensive. I'd have to find other websites to really buy some of these models from, or like, get in contact with them. But it's something I'd really like to take a look at, so I think I might pick up the rulebook for General Quarters 3rd edition. Should be something to take a look at. But it'd be nice to actually play out some historical battles actually in that way. So, yeah. We'll have to take a look at that one in the future. Now, back from the Pacific Front and onto the Eastern Front, where we have managed to score out victory here. Which is excellent. I really did need that. Now, they can't push this yet. They can't go for a hasty attack either, unfortunately. So, let's see. Movement's kind of been exhausted over on this side. But what I can do here, then... No movement. Then again, that's because everybody's blocking the way, aren't they? To Leningrad and beyond. Let's see, can I push back one of these units here? Unfortunately not. Move you there. Just can't move in there. But that's fine. I mean, I could move up a bit of armor, I guess. Yeah, so armor could move there. Maybe it's worthwhile. Yeah, indeed. I mean, it'd be kind of cool to take a look at the, like, I don't know, like a Cold War fleet or something like that. That could be really cool. But I think it's one of these things, like, I'm going to have to see, like, if I can find the models cheaper. I'm going to look at picking up the rulebook. I mean, it could be really fun to play against Richard York and that. We could, like, play out all sorts of historical battles. But I can imagine, like, modern would be really intriguing. Like, obviously you have to take into account, like, missiles and stuff like that. That'd be really intriguing. As well as aircraft, of course. Right, so I do have the Panzers here. Now, I suppose the question is, do I use the Panzers like that? But I think what we'll do here then is we'll move everything else and then we'll figure out that question. Yeah, nukes. Yeah, well, yeah, pretty much nukes, yeah. Pretty much. Okay. It might be worthwhile to actually concentrate overwhelming firepower here against this position here. Try and force the NKVD to surrender. So let's see, can I potentially do that? I'm going to throw air power at that position there. I'm going to cause them some damage, ideally. I want to try and force them to surrender, so it might be better to go for, like, over-the-top odds. The good news is we have made our haul here. What I'd be looking towards doing is having, like, the Panzers funneled across the actual river here, then used to... oh, NKVD doesn't surrender, okay. Yeah, then looking towards actually, like, either pushing this here, or pushing this. Probably push this quite easily. They just go to the Gulag, okay. Right. Not huge amounts, but still. Actually, let's go ahead and take a look at that. Still a fair amount disrupted, really. There's not that many elements there, is there? Move them up. Oh, I tell you what though, guys, as well. Like, I've been looking at a few war games as well. Like, not just that one. I can't remember the other one I'm thinking of. But, ooh, sorry about that. Let's see. There's, like, one I'm looking at the moment, which is for, like, I think it's, like, company level. So, I've been looking at this one here, the Battle Group Rulebook. I think this one is for, like, company level, so let's see. Yeah, I think this one's like for swords at like company level. There's another one out there, I can't remember the name of at the moment, but it's basically for like divisional level combat. So you have like these tiny little units, these tiny little models that represent like companies and stuff like that. So that's really kind of cool. I'd love to take a look at that sort of stuff. It's like, I like tabletop wargaming, but I really want to like try and explore like higher level. So I've been speaking to Richard York, of course. We'll be looking to play in the near future. And we've been talking about having, like, multiple tables set up, actually. Which would be really cool. Call of Duty World War II, pretty much. Big red one. Hello there, Feta. How you doing there, my friend? Named after the greatest cheese. Okay, so I could pull off a planned attack. Well, haste attack there, but that'd do me zero good. Okay. So I have a couple divisions here, so let's see. We'll go hard against them. I mean, I could actually throw all three into this. Make sure... I want to try and force them to surrender, which is what I'm looking for here. I really want to force them to surrender. So I'm hoping with overwhelming odds that they will surrender. That's what I want to see here. We hit them with the air power as well. And you can see they do have a heavy guns regiment there, as well as 2 corps of artillery. Yeah, the fortress will definitely surrender. But I'm trying to get the NKVD. They do have heavy mortars, like what, 120mm or something? Yeah, I'm hoping to rout them, destroy them. I just don't want them to go into the city of Pskov, really. And it would be kind of nice to take the city of Pskov. Maybe. I mean, maybe that might be the way. The issue is that strong division there to the south, while those strong divisions to the south. I'm kind of toying with the idea of how I want to play with this. I'm either going to advance through the pocket that we did make. Come on, shatter. Fuck, they retreat, okay. Well, that makes things a little bit more complicated, really. Irritatingly so. Yeah. I don't know, what do you guys think? Because we'd be attacking across the river there. I mean, I could throw an armoured... There's a lot of fuel there too. Maybe. Maybe it's worth it. I mean, this is it. I don't know. I mean, I could even try that position there. Let's see, can I do any reconnaissance in force? Yeah, that's what I'm going to be looking at. I don't know, maybe it might be worth... It might be worth it. It's an NKVD border regiment. I mean, they got pretty beaten up, didn't they? Obviously, they were bombed. I could try and bomb the city as well. Well, the units in the city. I mean, this is it. It might be like a coup de grace that I could try and pull off there. So... few more disrupted. I don't know. I suppose it might be worthwhile, so otherwise I might be just driving down here. I do have another armoured corps to work with. Got the infantry position here. It's a difficult one, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah. We'll throw more bombers against it. I think I will try it. I think it's one of those, if I could take the city now while it's actually as weakly held as possible. It's a shame I couldn't get those NKVD to actually surrender. It would have been really good had they just... Well, had they just been routed. Had they just been routed, that would have been perfect. I do lose a couple bombers there. Yeah. Well, that's it, isn't it, really? They are good. They are good for what they are. Right. I'm gonna send, I reckon, 3 Panzer divisions in this. Oh, I hope this works. Good, you can attack across the city. I mean, there's a point there. Maybe. I don't know, would that be preferable? Perhaps. But if I take the city of Pskov... Hello there, SYT. How you doing there, my friend? The encirclements are going well. I did, well, we haven't got too much of a turn. I did actually commit one element there of a second army, and that did result in them finally giving way, which was a really good thing. Yeah, I tried pushing here with the infantry. Well, we did manage that. It was a difficult battle. So what we're doing here at the moment is we just push this fortress back. So what I'm considering here then is using 3 Panzer divisions then to try and score the city while it is weak. And I could always try that, but I think if I grab the city, at least I can grab that fuel. And we've got the rail lines. We've got the actual linchpin there. I mean, then this becomes all mute and pointless. I think it would be one of these things where I could then come around and trap them here. I think it's worth giving it a go. See, this guy's got 114% fuel, which makes a major difference. And it might even be worth it. So 63% fuel, 109% fuel. It might be worth it to try with these 2 divisions here rather than the other armoured one, due to the fact that they do have more fuel. Has a lot of combat power there. Yeah. And I still have this one there, so yeah, it would have been a good point there. Still got some fuel, so we're okay. Hello there, Pino. How you doing there, my friend? Good suggestion. Okay, let's see what I can give them. So, pioneers. I suppose self-propelled flak. Just anything, really. In fairness, it's a self-propelled flag that wants to go to these Panzer Corps anyhow. I don't know. I mean, it's not that much in the way of, like, defense, is it? So... I don't know, it's one of these things of, like... Is it just... Because there could be other units in reserve here. I think I'm gonna go... What I'll do then is I'll use the 2 Panzer divisions on planned attack then. I think at least then... Yeah. At least then I'll leave the motorized. I don't want to fail at this. True, they're better, but I want to make sure this succeeds, really. So I'm going to go with the plan just to make sure it succeeds. Ah, thank you very much there, Pixel. Really appreciate it. Now, we hit them hard with aircraft. I'm just hoping that this is enough. So we do outnumber the enemy by 510 armored fighting vehicles. Let's hope this is enough. More artillery would have been nice. This is when it's always good to have, like, infantry join the attack as well. Come on. I mean, we do have a fair amount. Yeah, this is the 1%. Probably no, it might look. I mean, if this succeeds, then this will be really, really handy. I mean, there's a lot of pioneers in here. at those losses already, my god. Thank God for the bat. Okay, we do take this city. We do lose 15 tanks and 30 yard damage from it. But the city of Pskov has fallen. Which is exceptionally good here. Okay, you could move over as well. You could definitely move over. So I'm going to move over the motorized. It looks like we could even potentially pin these troops here. Interesting. I think this is where the breakthrough comes now. Now, how do we want to do this? So how much fuel do we actually have here? 1,000 fuel. That's really handy actually now. That's a lot of fuel I can actually use here on the front line. That's Panzers and Armored Train. Most of those are Panzer 1s and Panzer 2s actually. So we have about 1,000 units of fuel here. I don't know what this unit is. I mean, the good thing is now, if I can push down here as well, perhaps, it's going to put a lot of pressure. But what I want to do is actually move over this way. But if I can actually net these divisions here, that'll actually make my life a lot easier. But that's really good. That's actually just saved us so much effort. Yeah, that saved us a lot here. I suppose, in all honesty, if I do actually pin these divisions to the north or try and get around, because I could, let's take a look. I could almost cut off that division there, but almost is not as good. Almost is really, it doesn't mean anything. If you can almost do something cool, but you haven't done it, have you? So it's not worth it. I think potentially then, what we'll do then is I'll push these guys, and then at least I can try and envelop this division here, or these divisions here. Cut these rail lines, and just try and break out a little bit further. Maybe push this division back, just really try and broaden this area. And then at least we'll be in a good position for the following turns. I mean, that's a lot of movement. If only I was able to move on to Novgorod straight away, that'd be lovely, but obviously can't. So those are 2 units there. And what I could try to do here... No, I can't. Let's see. Let's just throw something just to find out what it is. Ideally, it would show me. I don't know what they are. Really don't know what they are. Maybe I have you pull off a planned attack. Okay. I'll have 8 Panzer then attack. It's like a HQ on airbase. Maybe, I mean, I wish I knew. Really wish I knew. So I'm going to use 8th Panzer here to attack that position of infantry. Ideally can push them back. I'm going to leave 8th Panzer then in that position there. I mean, HQs would be fantastic, but we don't know. Could very well be 2 divisions. Looks like the attack's going well so far. Hopefully it can continue. I just need to push them back, really. That'd be ideal. Yeah, there we go. Superb. Right, that makes my life a lot easier now. So what I can do here then... So it looks like 1st Panzer and 8th Panzer can hold this open. Right, what I'll do then is move in here. So I see an NKVD Border Regiment and the 223rd. I could go a hasty attack, which I'm going to do, actually. Yeah, so it looks like maybe a headquarters at NKVD. Let's try and widen this front, but I suppose. Ooh, okay, so the NKVD has routed and the Rifle Division has routed. Okay, now that is really intriguing. First Panzer's able to move now. Interesting. Interesting. This is actually really opening up into something beautiful now, isn't it? Hello there, Caller. Big calculus test in an hour. Wish me luck, lads. Good luck, my friend Caller. You're gonna need it. You'll be fine, dude. You'll be fine. I'm sure you'll do excellent. Oh, thank you very much, there, Caller. Really appreciate my man. 2 months. Oh, how time flies. Yeah, push the airfields. I mean, this is it. If I can actually cut this off here, that'd be excellent. Oh. Right. I mean, I could even push these. This is actually getting really interesting now. I mean, I really want to be heading over this way. I think the terrain's really holding that back. I still have these panzers I can move to. A little bit further away, of course, but they could do it. Maybe we'll use these ones first, perhaps. Okay, we'll have you move up this way. I intended for these to head back to Riga and be moved elsewhere across the front, but this has really opened up. 2 tons of fuel captured there. Continue on. There we go, so these 2 divisions now are cut off. Hit the air units re. This is actually excellent, so there might be 2 divisions here. Really intriguing. You could move there to hold this front. Or I could use you to batter that down there. Well, the 21st can't really move too far, can it? What in those towns you just got? 10 tons of supply. That's actually alright there, yeah, 310 tons of fuel there, 27 tons of supply. That's not too bad, actually. Okay, but this is really quite important, actually. So we've actually been able to bypass a vast majority of their force. Like, this is all just mute now. Best case scenario would be to try and cut these rail lines. Obviously, they'd still be able to move, but they'd have to move much further. Yeah, I could move all the way up here now. Those are airfields. But does that serve me any good? Because I'm not doing anything there, am I? No, it only serves me good if I can make it to Novgorod. I mean, it could be good, I suppose. Obviously, I think this would then convert all the way over to my command. Well, to my control, sorry. Okay. Alright, what I'm going to do here then, move this panzer unit in the 12th. That's a really old, strong division there, the 23rd. Sorry, 3rd. Okay. Should have actually brought the core headquarters up. That's my bad. I should be able to overrun them fairly easily. Okay. Yeah, I know, right? I mean, I could just leave them in position here, perhaps. Issue is this infantry can't move in here. So, first Panzer's going to move into the actual city. I think ultimately I need to make it to Lake Ilman. Right, come on. Round fan, please. A route would be amazing right now. Oh, you son of a bitch. Knowing you're dead. I mean, they won't project a zone of control, I don't think. Yeah, pretty much. Oh, now they're out. Okay. Still got the 6th Panzer that's able to do something, so that's good to know. I mean, what I'm trying to do here, then, is really... That's what I need! That's what I'm talking about, baby. That's exactly what I'm talking about. Okay, and with that, we have... That, yeah, okay. Super happy there. Super, super happy. So I can't quite make it into Novgorod yet. Oh, that's absolutely brilliant. Okay. I'm going to do here, spread this division out. Right, there we go. That's to hold this area open. Okay. God, if only I'd moved them last, but hey, this is how things go for me, really, isn't it? They'd have to move up, catch up. But this is actually really, really excellent. This is truly an armoured breakthrough that we need. But that's not an easy thing to do, to actually take the city and move as well, so that's excellent. Okay. So in reality, what is the wisest move to make here? If I move straight up, I could this, but if I move, I could move to Australian Russia. Yeah, I mean, this is it. If I move here, it does force them to move down here, and if I was actually able to move into this position here, then these guys are actually basically fucked. And I do achieve what I need. Yeah, I mean, this is it. I'd be able to achieve what I needed there. I wouldn't be in Novgorod. Rezikini. Where's that? You have a unit next to it? Oh, down there. Okay. Yeah, I was thinking, wait, where the hell's that? Yeah, we'll take a look at that shortly. Yeah, so it's a shame, but I can't. I mean, if this wasn't swampy, I reckon I could move into Novgorod. Nice amount of fuel there. But that, yeah, I think this is worth so much more because it cuts this rail line off here. Then these guys, if I can push down here to the south, that's good. But it really does make it significantly harder. They're going to have a lot of activity then on this rail line, which isn't going to be exactly especially great for them. I think this is the right move. And then obviously the turn after we could then push onto Novgorod with a good amount of force, actually. Good amount of force. It's a shame here that these guys aren't yet able to move. And it does kind of make me feel like an arse, because I move these on this rail line here, thinking, oh, you'll not take Pskov's turn. Pskov falls' turn. God damn. Bloody typical. Oh, this is excellent. Cutting these guys off here, that's going to make sure I can actually move up. I mean, these are, like, airfields, but the thing is I don't have anything here to that make that worthwhile. And it could put me in a good position to take this next turn, but the thing is, if I wanted to do that, I'd want to be on this side, not this side. Like, as you can see here. If I could move one hex further, maybe. Yeah, I think this is the best move here, so what I'm going to do then is... So we'll move here. Okay. There's part of me that thinks maybe it might be worthwhile trying to cut this off, but I think if I make it here, then that can be done sooner. Anyhow, but this is really where I want to be. I really want to be at Lake Ilmen, don't I? Oh, gee. Wow. Okay, that's a lot of fuel there. That's a nice amount of fuel. That's a spicy meatball. That's what I really like. See there. Just gonna have Australian Russia here. Not as much. Nothing in there. Does make me wonder, would it be potentially even better to just keep on going through this area? I mean, what I want to do is I want to be on this side. Yeah, so it would help us with this. I mean, I want to push up this way around to Leningrad. The reason being, I can push up to Novaya Ladoga. And then this port over here, and then cut this off entirely. Let the infantry do that then. Yeah, I wish. Right. It looks like there's a unit in here then. Okay, so that's mine. Move to the north. There we go. So, yeah, we are very low on fuel. Actually, no, 15% ain't too low. But this is brilliant now. So all this rail line has been severed, which is excellent. It means that, yeah, they can't use it. I've got a point across here as well, which is great. But just like that, we have severed this front here, this is really, that's a big old thing there. I know I keep saying it, but it's going to really play out well. The thing is, like, no matter what we might see here. So we liberated about 1,400, just shy of 1,500 units of fuel there. Which is great news. A good thing is the rail had to be here next turn. But I'm really happy we've reached Lake Ilmen, which is what I want to be at. I mean, the thing is, if I could take Novgorod, that'd be great. And there's this strong strong tank division there. I mean, had it not been for that stack there, we would have been just miles better off. But who knows? Oops. Still not quite close enough, but close-ish. Still 1,000 tons of fuel in here, which is good. So just 15 tons of supply here. Nothing in here. 25 tons here. And nothing here. But that fuel there is nice in Horkoff. Denying it to the Russians as well. So I think what we'll do now is we'll move down this way. Oh wow, thank you very much for that, kangaroos. Really appreciate it, my dude. Just in time to see our breakthrough over here to the north, which is just, yep. Really happy about that. Ah, God. So what I'm doing now at the moment is I'm spreading out these divisions here to the south just to, like, put pressure on these divisions here. Okay. Right, there we go. I think I have the motorized move up that way. We'll move our infantry first. Well, this is going to play into this battle over here, actually. To be honest, probably better to be on this side, but I want to make sure they're on here. Okay, we need to push in this area. So these are units then. Maybe NKVD? Not entirely sure. Well, that was the headquarters, but that shifted out of the way, which is fantastic. Just if I could get there, that'd be amazing. Oh, if only. At least I know what I'm up against now. So that works for me. In fact, have you a little bit further back. There we go. You could pull off a a hasty attack. Maybe enough. Maybe. Come on, let's hope for it. I don't know if they'll be able to manage it. If they did, that'd be great. But I don't think they'll be able to manage it. No, just shy. No chance for a second one, that's fine. And the reason why... Yeah, I wish I could. We'll see what happens. It would be nice if I could issue it off here, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah. The reason why I've been using these guys here and spread out these men to the north is so that I don't have to put much force here. So I'm opposing the enemy where they're strong, there's no point. Like, this is going to be moving pretty much next turn. Ideally, I can push on their flank here as well. But at least by having the elements here of the 16th Army used in this area. And let's see. I mean, they could push them back. But I'll just break it up for the time being. Okay. Now I can begin to look at how I want to move through here. Okay, that's a strong defense on the other side of the river there. Hmm. So we can actually take the city this turn as well, which is good. Looks like I can perform a haste attack here. Might as well go for it. Oh, just scouted, okay. Light losses anyhow. Okay. Please stop losing men. Please. Okay, what I'm going to be looking at doing here then is using my divisions to push this unit back down here ideally. So it'd probably be pushed there or there. But I need this wide open. I'll be able to get a few hexes open then. I think what I'll do then is I'll use the elements of the Knife Army to push on this position here. I reckon we could probably take the city of Vitebsk. But these guys do a lot better going down this way. So I'll start the attack down this way. So that's a lot of support that's going to be going into this area. We'll take a look at what's in Muglev, actually. Bit of supply. Better than nothing, anyhow. Still comes in handy, doesn't it? Okay. Ideally, if this goes well, then it's actually really been a good turn so far, then. Right. I mean, do I use something else? I don't think it's required, though, is it? I was looking to throw them across. Can you quickly show what you did in Army Group North? Yep, sure. I'll go ahead and do that. Yeah, sure there, mate. Okay. So, in Army Group North, what I've done then is I've moved these forces. I've still got some extra forces here to move for the moment, but I'm probably going to have them funneled up to the north here. But I moved 2 infantry divisions here alongside the 8th Panzer. Moved the infantry here. Now, obviously, I do have our beachhead here, which is nice. But I've been able to move up this way. Secure this area with the 18th motorized, cut off these 2 troops over here, which would be very nice. Try and get supply moving across here. But yeah, just try and get movement across this area would be great. Just, yeah, hopefully this will be great to take. We did manage to actually reach Lake Ilmen here. So we are touching, we are wetting our feet in the lake this turn, which is excellent. I'm really trying to look towards a position here where I can be striking towards Novgorod. Now, Novgorod has a lot of fuel there, which would be really nice. I mean, there's a lot of towns in this area. If I can take key cities without having to rely... Yeah, look, Luga has quite a bit there. Yeah, some nice gains that we could gain there. It's a shame I just wasn't able to push onto Novgorod. Had I been able to take Novgorod, I would have been extraordinarily happy. But we're not quite there yet. So yeah, we've still got a few things to move up this way. We're just going to kind of move in this area, see what we can do first. But you can see that we do have a lot of punching power in this area. A lot of punching power. And if I can sever some of these rail lines, then these troops are going to be kind of screwed. But the good news is now they're going to have to march this way. We do have a free, well, almost 3 hex wide. I wish I was a little bit more there. And that division there is pretty strong. I suppose I'll move this element into the city there, just make sure we hold the city. Doesn't hurt just to have that little bit extra there of defense. Yeah, it takes us up to 76, which is really good. 76 and then like 39 there, 44, 29. So the good news is I'll be able to push hard here. Shame I wasn't, but I reckon I could probably like cut off a few of these divisions here, which would be excellent actually. Yeah, that'd be really nice. Be really good for us. Especially as these rail lines are moving up as well. So I've got a lot of troops here as well. I just need to figure out how I'm going to punch through this area. But I think we have got the necessary punch. Just how to actually throw said punch. So, what I'll do then is use my air power, hit this. I mean, I don't have any fighter cover, so I don't think there's many airfields around here. So I'm going to lose some bombers, but I think it might be worthwhile at this moment in time. Yeah, man. Losing a few bombers here. Quite a few, actually. Okay, but we do inflict some damage. Hopefully that disruption will make this easier. Okay. I mean, we should have a good amount of support in here. So a lot of howitzers, a lot of good stuff there. Right, let's hope for the best. Right, we do succeed. I was hoping they'd fall back there. But hey. I got what I wanted anyway. Yeah, tank motorized rifle. Yeah, that unit, that stack there is strong. But I can move across here. Which is what I need anyway. But the good news is I'm across the river here. Move our 267th Infantry. Move up the 31st Infantry. Still they've got the Totenkopf as well that could move. Yeah, this unit's not looking too good, is it? So I'm going to go a hasty attack here, then I have the 2 divisions attack to the north. Right, okay, that's actually not bad. Okay, planned attack to the north and make sure we push them. Okay. So we actually do see the 4th army. I do still have points for the hasty, so I'm going to go ahead and take that out against the airborne. Right, okay, now the 127th does join the battle. Probably not succeed this time. That's a shame. I mean, those troops are coming from bloody Smolensk itself. Well, what I'm trying to do here then is open up a corridor. Yeah, it just doesn't happen. I'll have these men try and push this position here, actually, maybe. Because then that could be really pushed out of the way. You can see the difference though between the 45th and the 255th. Many more men. Yeah, pretty much. Might look at using some elements from the 9th Army. But I think probably better to use the infantry here from the Panzers. Let's use 2 divisions to be sure. Don't fall into the city of Vitebsk, thank God. Yeah, I know, right, Banzai. This does give me a lot more leeway, so I should be able to actually secure the city of Vitebsk as well. But I do have now the infantry to move. Might not actually hurt. Yeah. Might actually hurt to use the 17th Panzer there. At least then it gives us the actual punch I need there. Or do they not have the actual fuel for that? No, they don't have the fuel, okay. Alright, let's move you there to the south for the time being. Right, hoping this will be enough. I mean, we can see here. Is anybody able to attack that fully now? Some strong units here. They do have a lot of signs of them. Right, planned attack. Please, come on, let's see this be successful. Yes. There we go, that's what I need. Ooh, actually, I do have the ability to attack to the north. Yeah. So what am I looking at there? 143rd Rifle Division and the headquarters. I mean, it's the only thing I can attack. God damn it, the 50th Rifle Division there in reserve. I mean, that's a hell of a distance to march there to join the battle. Would have succeeded there as well if it weren't for those pesky Soviets. Okay, push back the airborne, ideally. Okay, they are pushed back. Okay, so we do actually have this now. The cavalry can move pretty nicely. Hmm. 2 seconds here, guys. Okay. I think what I need to do is keep on pushing this, then I can round up on these troops here, pin them against Vitebsk. Hmm. Not a huge amount of fuel available, really. I'll use the 29th. Okay, that's what I like to see. Shame I just can't attack that. Actually, if I move there, I've got quite a bit there. Hello there, Ellen Deval. How you doing there, my friend? The war's going actually okay at the moment. We've started to gain some pace. Like, for example, we have been able to cut past, take the city of Piscovia, move on, cut these units off, and really be in a really nice position here to the north for next turn, ideally. Spread our forces out of AGN. We're just making our way here towards Smolensk at the moment. I'm hoping I can try and get around these guys here. Just airborne. Looks like there's definitely some rifle divisions here, so it's no easy task. But what I'm looking towards doing here then is trying to cut their rail lines. If I could have cut the rail line here, that would have been great. Fortunately not. Strong divisions here. If only it weren't for these guys. Look at this. Motorized. Hit that. They're gonna hold again? Oh, they are proven to be beasties. Right, there we go. Headquarters pushed our position. But this is what I need, so I can actually push up this way now. Do take the town. Ultimately, sever the rail line as well, which is what I need. Okay. Move up the motorized. Lose route. What I need to do is come around now. Come to the north. When these rail lines are cut, I can't take the city of Smolensk anyhow, so there's not much point trying. So it could be worthwhile just trying to move here and expand our front, perhaps. If only I had the room to make it across there. And the Totenkopf can actually move quite far. Not far enough, though. I'll see you later there, G-Man. I'm not going to be too much longer with this stream anyhow, so no worries. Right, moving Totenkopf up this way. Yeah, you can see the difference in their potential to fight. I could have kept on going around there, but I don't gain much. So what I'm going to do is push this back into the city, more than likely. Surprise. I do think it's worthwhile actually moving this way. Right, okay, so we've actually managed what I wanted to manage there. So I've been able to come, like, notice I've gone like that. The reason is well, a little bit further there as well. The reason is I want to separate these forces here. I've been able to cut this rail line here. Unfortunately, can't cut this one or this one. But this one's been cut too, so that's good news. So what I'm looking towards doing now then is if I can push through and take the city there, then these men are really going to find it difficult to really function. And then what I can do is actually push these units from the Ninth Army up this way, really push around. So ideally what we're looking at here is the Soviets just falling back. Ah, thank you very much for that, Ellen. Really appreciate it, my dude. Yeah, I want the Soviets to fall back. But what I want them to do is head this way and not this way, and not this way. But basically back into this worthless terrain over here, where I hopefully be able to just keep on pushing here. I'm hoping that's going to work out. Our rail line's moving at a good pace here. But it's been good so far. Been really nice. So if I can take this city Pskov, sorry, not Pskov, Vililuki, how the hell you pronounce it? Then I'll be happy. I reckon we can make it. I reckon. If we tried, just the two of us. Alright, what I'll do first and foremost then is you do have enough for a hasty attack, so throw a hasty attack there. Who knows, it might even succeed. I'd be really impressed if it did. I don't think it will do, but we'll see. It does reduce the fortifications, I think, though. Yeah, to 0. Okay, here we go. Maybe just the one. Maybe just the panzers this time. Give them pioneers, give them flanpanzers. Basically exactly what they need to break through. We score the city. There we go, push into the city there. Okay, that's what I need there. They do have 27 defensive value. Yeah, I need fuel here, but this is great. We've got what we needed here. So, with that victory, we secure the city of Vitebsk. How the hell's pronounced? I mean, what I'm really trying to do here, then, is deny them their rail lines. I still have some forces here to move. But I'm really trying to, like, push at their weakest points. I'm really happy that I've been able to succeed there. Still got the second army to arrive up this way, so we can start putting pressure on down this way too. Just ultimately, all the pressure needs to be pushed on towards Moscow. Gotta push on towards Moscow as hard as possible. The Soviets are going to be strengthening each and every turn, so any victories now are essential. It would have been great had we been able to take Splensk 2 turns ago. I don't think that would have been possible. But, yeah. Had we been across the river just where Pskov is like a turn or two ago, that would have been excellent. The first time we actually arrived in this area, had we been able to get across the river, that would have been amazing. That would have meant a lot there. But this is it. It's doing well. Just need the rail lines to catch up and then we'll be good to go. But finally broken them here. Finally broken this defense. And then if I can try to round this up over here, then we'll be good to go. We haven't moved too far, really, so the fuel isn't going to be as bad. Now, as to whether I keep them under this command, we'll see. Maybe another turn just to drain that fuel and then have them put back under the Panzer command. This city over here, we know it's held by 2 rifle divisions as well as the airborne now. So it couldn't be taken. But the thing is, I might just move around the city. The thing is, I'm going to have the ability to move the infantry now. So I'm going to move the infantry up into this area and keep it moving this way. Yeah, that's what I want to do. We're not that far from Moscow. If I can really... I mean, what I'd love to do here, then, is if I can... basically sideline the enemy's defenses like that. Basically, like, push past them. Push past them. And really start to just... If I could cut some vital rail lines as well, that's really what I want to be looking at. The city of Moscow, I'm not going to be able to take it head on. I don't imagine I'd be able to do that. But if I can really surround the city, the best case, absolute best case scenario would be to surround the city itself. If I could surround the city itself, it becomes significantly easier to take. Well, easier to take. That, most importantly, it is going to starve... Well, it's going to really fuck the Soviets' logistic network. Or logistics network. It's going to make it difficult. That, and if we put the city under threat, then perhaps they might take that industry, move it elsewhere, really slow down that production. It's just, we've got to get there. Got to get there. Really putting a lot of effort into this, completely ignored this area here. We took Mogilev just because it was there, really no need for it. And there's always this potential for a counterattack here, but the thing is I don't think they have it. But the second army can move into this area, or the second army can continue to push up this. But we can see that they do have these defences here. I mean, there's actually formidable defences and formidable forces in this area. So by taking this, this is helpfully going to make it harder on them. Yeah, taking Gorky is good. Then in the following turn, I can really start to push on these units here, if they don't fall back, that is. If they don't fall back, then I can actually look at pocketing them. Same for these sort of guys over here, just fight hard battles, but we would potentially be able to pocket them. This, I don't know, I reckon that's going to pull back. Then what I'll be doing here then is taking the Knife Army, having the Knife Army run this way, the 16th Army can run this way. And we'll be good like that. Don't need to fight them every step of the way. Okay. But unfortunately, that is all we have time for today. So I know it's been a long one on just the north here, but I think it has been entirely worthwhile. Still plenty of reinforcements over here to send up to the north, which is good. Taking reinforcements from this area, taking everything we can, and thrown it against the Soviet lines. But being able to take the city of Pskovia has been a major, major boon. That's gonna really, really shift the balance for us quite nicely. And this city really is a one. I mean, it's like, we've taken, let's see. Yeah, so there's 1, 2, 3 cities in this area. We managed to take 2 of them in the same turn. If I'd have been able to take that one, that would have been a complete victory in this area, but that's good. So as you can see here, let's see. That line's cut there, and there. So, let's say from Moscow, reinforcements have to go like this. The best rail line that they have is this one here. This is the one where they can still move their units. But they can't go there. They've got to basically funnel them through the middle now. Also, it's completely doable. But it is becoming harder. It is going to mean that they're not going to be able to move as well as they'd like. So really what I want to be doing now is really moving to sever these rail lines. These 3 main lines. If I can sever those, then that's going to make it difficult on this front here. Really need to, I mean, this is it. If I can cut these rail lines way behind their front lines, then that's going to just screw their front lines. Their front lines are going to be on beachhead supply, if not even, like, worse. It's going to drain a lot of Soviet trucks, which is really what I would want to do now. So, make the battle all the easier. So we'll take a look here just before we do finish the episode for tonight. So we've been able to, let's see, another 178,000 Soviets walk into captivity there. So let's see here. We're now up to 826,537. Nowhere near good enough, really. Nowhere near good enough. We should net about 1 million men quite easy. You can net 1 million men without even trying. So those numbers are lowball. Those numbers aren't anything special. I do feel bad for the 17th Rifle Division there. They're really so far behind the lines. What's order in battle? As in, like, who's in command? Okay, so 335. 39, yeah, it's really not making that much of a dent. Gotta keep on pushing. I'm hoping that a lot of these units will just be useless as they'll not be in the right position. Numbers okay. Okay. But there we go. So thank you so very much, ladies and gentlemen, for watching. Indeed. I do hope you guys have thoroughly enjoyed this. I really hope you have. And do let me know what you think about whether should I invest in General Quarters 3rd Edition? Bring some like naval wargaming to the channel? Or even in Battle Group? Could be really quite interesting. I'll have to take a look at what other systems are out there. And of course, if you guys have enjoyed this, please do consider becoming a patron of mine. It does make a big old difference. It means I actually get the support from you guys. That means I can do a lot. It really definitely helps me out. So I'll post a link there. Obviously, it's up to you guys. Thank you so very much for watching. I do hope you guys have a fantastic night. Yeah, I'd love... Oh, God. Kangaroo, it'd be so expensive, but it'd be so cool. Be cool. Okay. Ooh, maybe we'll carry this on tomorrow. We might even have the Warner Pacific turn tomorrow night, so we'll see how that goes. So, of course, you guys can find me on YouTube at XTRG and Twitch at XTRG as well. Thank you, and good night for now, guys. Have a beautiful evening and an even better day. Goodbye for now.